Hey everybody, what's going on? It's BB1 Gaming here. Welcome back to episode number 7 of Winning a Natty with Every Team here on Dynasty. And as you know, with every single episode, we need a team. So let's go ahead, get this spinner going. Let's see who we get for episode number 7, and it is going to be Oklahoma State. So it'll be a little bit of a tougher one in my opinion. But we get a Big 12 team.
It's now time to select your team. Do you want
So
to
we'll go to Big 12, and we'll go ahead and get Oklahoma State, who's already a 3.5-star school. So obviously we're going to be a head coach. We're taking over Francis Eaton, who's a scheme guru. We got to win 8 games. A lot of winning seasons here with Oklahoma State. So, yeah, all in all, hopefully we'll have a good little set with Oklahoma State. Let's look at this team, shall we? Let's see what we got. Obviously, we do have Ollie Gordon, who's a 98 overall. Very, very solid player. He's probably leaving us, though, this year. Bowman is an 80 overall. He is leaving us. We do have a freshman quarterback, so hopefully can he improve at all? He can, so he can definitely improve. So we got a good quarterback for the next couple of seasons. We also have Smith as well as another freshman. He was a 3-star. He can also improve by a lot as well. So got a couple good quarterbacks. Could probably use another good running back. Yeah, we have Fields Jr., who's a 90 speed, but other than that, we just got to make sure that we can get that taken care of. Wide receiver desperately needs help. Tight end could use some help with 2 seniors. O-line, we're definitely going to have to focus in recruiting. Same thing with D-line. Linebackers as well need some help. Corners could use some help as well, even though we have a lot of freshmen. And yeah, that's about it. Kicker is pretty rough. Punter is okay. So yeah, that's about it. I'm going to set the recruiting board and go through season number 1 because obviously we have FCS, Arkansas, Tulsa, and then we get into the Big 12 with Utah, Kansas State, West Virginia, BYU, Baylor, Arizona State, TCU, Texas Tech, and Colorado. As a ranked 18th, we were 7-6 last year, so hopefully we can do a lot better than that. But anywho, I'll see you at the end of season 1. So here we are at the end of season number 1, and this is a big game here. We're 10-2. Facing UCF, who's also 10-2 in the Big 12 championship game. Only losses came against Baylor, who is ranked, and Colorado. That was a tough one to lose because I feel like we should have won that game. But Baylor's ranked. They went 9-3. We actually did a very solid start to this season, winning our first 7. So that's not bad. But now it's the big game. If we win, we're making a college football playoff in year number 1. If we lose, we're making a bowl game, and we lost. No, we did win. We were 11-2. We were ranked 9th. I don't know if that's going to be getting a bye, but we are Big 12 champions, which is really, really good here for Oklahoma State. Colin Oliver gets the Big 12 Defensive Player of the Week. Alan Bowman has a solid game, the senior quarterback. Cameron Ward gets the Heisman. And it looks like we do have a bye week for the college football playoff. We have the 4 seed, and it's either going to be against Tulane or Miami. Both tough teams as well, but we do have a bye. So, here's the big day. Advancing to week number 2 and seeing who we have to play. If it's Tulane, we have a good shot. If it's Miami, we're probably going to lose. We are facing Miami in the Sugar Bowl. Not fun. Not fun at all. They're an 85 as well, so actually we may have a shot here against Miami. I was thinking they're like an 87, 88, and I didn't think we're going to have a shot. But you never know. We'll see how it goes here against Miami. Here with Oklahoma State. Could this be the first time we ever have a team winning it in year number 1? So far, it's not looking like it. They put up 3 in the first quarter, and we don't put up anything. Still nothing. Now 10-0. Now 17-0. And yep, this is kind of what I thought. We would try to get in before the half. It doesn't happen. So 17-0 at the half. 20-0 at the half. Now 20-3. So we do put up points, but yeah, 27-3. We're down 3 scores. We got to find something on offense. Now we're starting to throw the ball. It's first down and goal. We get the point, but we go for 2 and miss it. Onside kick goes to Miami. And they're just going to run out the clock. They end up scoring another touchdown. So all in all, 39. It's just, we get blown out in our first college football playoff appearance. 37-9 against Miami. And not a good showing from Oklahoma State. So year number 1 ends with nothing other than a college football playoff. Big 12 champions. That's about it, to be honest with you. Everything else, not great at all. So 11-3, not too bad at all. Colin Oliver wins the Big 12 Defensive Player of the Week again. But that is about it. So we'll go ahead and advance 2 weeks to the end of season recap here. See how we go. See who wins the Natty as well. Say last year, I guess in the last video, if you guys missed it, Kansas won it all, which is really, really weird to see because I never see them winning it at all. It's normally Oregon or I guess Miami wins it all. They go barely beat Tulane, destroy us, barely beat Clemson, and then barely beat Michigan. And Michigan stomped Florida State all in all, but anyways, that's the end of year number 1. It's on to year number 2. And here we are in season number 2. Again, going 10-2 on the season, which is very, very nice. So we went 11-3 last year. We have a chance to do it again here in season number 2 with Oklahoma State. A pretty decent season as well. We had a couple tough losses. For example, Oregon. They were ranked when we played them, so that loss doesn't matter, but they're also losing to Kansas, which is kind of weird. It is what it is. Beat Arizona, beat UCF, and after that Kansas game, we went on a run. Beating Texas Tech, beating Cincinnati, Iowa State, Baylor, Kansas State, Houston. This Kansas State game went in overtime. Didn't know that. I just saw the score by 2, and I was like, that has to be in overtime. So, this Baylor game, 33-29. They scored 22 points in the fourth quarter. Very, very weird game. But, hey, we have a chance to beat Colorado, who is ranked 9th in the nation. If we beat them, we're going to have a bye, to be honest. We're probably going to have a bye. Again, I went in the wrong screen. That's the screen. Nope. Yep, this is the bracket. There we go. If we win, we probably take Colorado's spot. If we lose, we're probably playing the first round. Right now, there's 3 Big 12 teams projected to make it, so you never know what could happen, but we got to win. So let's see if we can win in this simulation here against Colorado. We didn't face them this season. We faced them last year and lost. Let's see what we can do here. We get a random right end we were going after, and we lost. We're 10-3, but I think that should mean that we make it. Cade Klubnik, who doesn't throw a pick in this season, wins the Heisman. And we are in the college football playoff against Texas A&M. We are playing in the first round. We did get an at-large bid. So, again, back-to-back seasons where we do make it. Hopefully we can win the first time, but we have a tough schedule with Texas A&M, and if we win, we have to play Ohio State. So that'll be a tough little matchup if we win this game here against Texas A&M. But this one's going to be a close one. We got to win. They're a 90 overall. This ain't going to be close. This ain't going to be close. Do we have, Tulane had a very solid start to that. That was 6 seasons. Let's see if Oklahoma State can beat that. Tulane, we went a couple of times to the college football playoff and lost a lot in the college football playoff. But Oklahoma State so far, 2 seasons in, we got 2 appearances down. We get a pick, but unfortunately don't do anything with it right now. It's been all Texas A&M, but we start driving here to in the first quarter, and we put up a touchdown. So 7-3, but Texas A&M ties it, or not ties it, but takes the lead. It's 24-7. Now 24-14 just before half. That's good because we start with ball in the second half and we don't do anything with it, and they probably score a touchdown, and this game's pretty much over. We needed a touchdown in the beginning that second half. We do get a touchdown there, but we're still down 10, now 17 again. Not the movie. But yeah, we end up losing another college football playoff. That was a tough matchup facing Texas A&M, who's 90 overall. We're going to lose that 10 times out of 10. But Texas A&M beats us 41-21. Not a great season for us, but we had a lot of seniors last year, and this year, having a couple freshmen start or sophomore start will hopefully be good enough to have them know what a playoff feels like. So, going to the end of the season recap to see who ends up winning it all, and of course going over all of the buys and everything like that. I know we already saw it. I believe Colorado was one of them, of course, with Ohio State being another. I just didn't look at the other two because I was just looking at our matchups. Pro potential is down to an A-, which is kind of weird. Don't know how, but I guess we didn't have many first-round picks this year, or projected first-round picks. Looking at the bracket, Clemson wins it all. They also had the bye with Alabama as well, along with New Mexico also making it. Wow, New Mexico was ranked 14th. That's really weird. We've had some weird simulations in the last two episodes. But USC, Notre Dame, Texas Tech, Virginia Tech, Penn State, and A&M, and us were the other at-large bids. So Virginia Tech went all the way to the end until they had to face the juggernaut of Clemson. But all in all, is what it is. But that's the end of season number 2. On to season number 3. And here we are in season number 3. We go 9-3, 8-1 in the conference. We are be facing Baylor in the conference championship, so we need a win. Our 3 losses, 2 of them came early against Tulsa and Sam Houston. Sam Houston actually went 7-5, so good for them. We beat Kansas State, who was ranked 6th at the time, or not now, I guess. Our other loss came against West Virginia. They beat us 28-3. Falcons fans are squirming in their boots. But we beat Colorado, we beat Kansas, we beat Iowa State pretty handily, or Kansas pretty handily. Iowa State we only won by 3. Beat Oregon pretty handily. They were ranked at the time when we played them. But all in all, we need to find a way to win, because if we lose, I think we're out of the college football playoff. I think we're out of it now. Yeah, we would need to win this game. Winning, I think, would be up there with the top stuff. So all in all, we just got to win here against Baylor. If we lose, we don't make the college football playoff for the first time in 3 years, which is fine. Get a couple of commits here. So we got 2 quarterbacks apparently. And we lost. We go 9-4, so unfortunately we're not making the college football playoff this year. We actually only went down 1 spot to 14. I think we were 13 earlier, so unfortunately, no college football playoff for us. First time in our first simulations that we don't make the college football playoff. Christopher Vizina, another Clemson quarterback, gets the Heisman, so another one for that. But we do face Maryland in the Alamo Bowl. We're just going to go ahead and just simulate the end-season recap, because we won't have a game this time, in the first time in our first 3 seasons that we won't have a game to simulate, or to watch, the sim watch, I guess. So all in all, we'll see who made it. Baylor, of course, obviously made it. They were really very good. Potential down to a C+. That is terrible. And coach prestige is down to an A. A lot of people want to transfer now, which is not great, because we didn't have too many guys apparently. So we end up losing our playoff game, which sucks. I don't think it's gonna show it. Yeah, it's not gonna show it, unfortunately. But oh well. Looks like Kansas State beats Oklahoma in a former Big 12 matchup. Yeah, Clemson, Georgia, Ohio State, Baylor, and Charlotte had the the automatic bids, with Nebraska, Michigan, Oklahoma, North Carolina, Texas, Georgia Tech, and K-State making it. So K-State in the Big 12 beats up on Georgia Tech, Baylor, and Ohio State, and then beats Oklahoma. And Oklahoma was also in the first. So all in all, unfortunately, end of season 3. On to season number 4. And here we are in season number 4 here with Oklahoma State. We're 10-2 again. 8-1 the conference, and we got to face Kansas State, who's ranked 5th at the moment. So right now, if we lose, I'm think we got a playoff spot. If we win, we get a bye. So that'd be very, very nice. We're probably looking at maybe the 2 seed bye or maybe the 3 seed bye, to be honest. I don't know how California's up there with 3 losses, but they are. Looking at our schedule, we lost one early to Tulsa, who's ranked 23, and then to TCU. But other than that, we won every other game. Some of them pretty handily, but some of them, like Kansas, we only won by 14. We won by 1 against Baylor, 1 against West Virginia, 3 against Arkansas. So it wasn't really a great season, but yet still we're an 89 overall. So we'll see how it goes here once we advance the week. And hopefully in year number 4, we can finally win a college football playoff game. We do get a 4-star quarterback, which is nice, and a 3-star right end. And we won. We're 11-2. So we do win the Big 12 championship. So that means we should have a bye. Cameron Hurd wins Big 12 Offensive Player of the Week because he had 10 catches for over 150 yards and 2 touchdowns. So that's nice. So advancing the week past week 16, we'll also take a look at the bracket again, see who officially made it, and see where everyone is at. We did get a couple more people here committed, so that's cool. Again, 11-2. We're down to an 87, which isn't terrible. Austin Mack wins the Heisman, 4,000 yards, 37 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. I don't think we need to make any moves from our coaches, so we're good there. They're also pretty good with their prestiges. So looking at the bracket, we are now number 3. We would face the winner of Oregon and California. They lost their chance. There's a lot of automatic bids. Is it just glitched or something's wrong? Because unless it's the stars means the automatic qualifier, not the thing at the bottom right says automatic qualifier. It might be just the stars. With USF, Michigan, Florida State, us, and Alabama. With Kansas State, Washington, Cal, Oregon, USC, Notre Dame, and Georgia all getting an at-large bid. Because, yeah, Notre Dame can't get an automatic qualifier because they don't have a conference championship. So, I don't know. Anywho. So, yeah, advance the next week. We'll see who we have to play. Hoping it's an easier challenge. We've had some tough opponents every time we get into the college football playoff. And hopefully this time we can finally end up winning. We do face Cal. So it's the 4 against 5. So let's see how we do here in the Sugar Bowl in the top 8. They're an 81 overall team. 81. We should hopefully be able to win this game. Well, we shall find out right here, right now. Cal is an 81. We're an 87. Can we reach the semifinals for the first time ever here? They get a 3 to start, and we can't do anything so far. And this time we put up 7 points on our 3rd drive of the game, or 4th or 5th. Now we put up a field goal, so it's 10-3. About to finish up the half. We start with ball, put up a touchdown. So now we're up by 14. They can't do anything. We put up another touchdown. We put up another field goal. We win 27-3. We blow out Cal in the All-State Sugar Bowl. I mean, we had a 6 overall difference on them. We should win that game big. So we get the win. We're now 12-2. Honestly, finally, we're winning games in the college football playoff. But next one's not going to be easy. Not going to be easy at all. So quarterfinal playoff game is done. We move on to next week. To week number 3. And who are we playing? We get to face Alabama. This will be a tough fight. Alabama is a 90 overall. Not that much of a difference. Only 3 overall difference. We pull off the upset here against Bama to go to the national championship for the first time with Oklahoma State. Let's get it going. I almost accidentally clicked to kick it off, and I can't do that. I've done it once. Alabama will go down the field and get a touch, or we get a field goal. Now they get a stop when we had a good drive. A lot of nothingness. We get a touchdown. It's 7-3. Now we get another one. It's 14-3. This defense has been insane for us. Being able to hold off Alabama. We need to put another score just in. They put up a touchdown and get a 2 and another one to make it 18-14. Here in the fourth quarter. Defense gets a stop. Now the offense needs to go down the field, and they go 3 and out. But so does Alabama. And another 3 and out. Defense needs to get a stop, and they do. So the offense, they missed a 50-yard field goal. And the first play is a 9-yard gain. Now a big gain for 20. Now a gain of 6. Now we get sacked. But we gain the first down on 15. Thrown away. Incomplete. 4th and 7. We get it. First down and goal from the 4. Now 2nd down and goal. We get the touchdown with 20 seconds to go. They have all 3 timeouts. All they need to do is get into field goal range, and they might be in range, but they're going to miss it. And we upset Alabama 21-18. We're going to reach the national championship here with Oklahoma State in a very short amount of time. I believe this is year 4, if I remember correctly. We have a shot at winning the Natty in year number 4 here with Oklahoma State. One of the quickest time, because Tulane has the record at 6. Let's see if we can beat that record and be the first one ever to be within 5 games or within 5 years. They'd be holding the number 1 spot until a team like Ohio State, Oregon, and Michigan come into play. Get another commit, so that's nice because we might not even need them. Ben Bryant wins the Player of the Week. He was a freshman as well. Jalen Pope wins the Offensive Player of the Week. And here we go. We are facing USC, who is the 9 seed going in. They beat Florida State 34-17. They also beat Michigan 27-24 and USF 35-17. So this one's going to be a tough one. So facing USC in the national title game. They're 90 overall. We had to beat Alabama, who was a 90 overall as well, to get here. Let's see if we can do it again. Beating 290 overalls to get here. Granted, we did beat like an 81 overall Cal to get to the 90 overall teams, but it's fine. So going quarter by quarter. USC starts his ball, doesn't do anything. We got a short field and put up a field goal. They also do as well. 9 points were put up in the first quarter. Let's see if we can put one in the end zone. We don't. They don't either. Now they finally do. Now we do as well. So 13-10. Still now 20-10 at the half. That's huge because we start with ball in the second half. But we can't do anything. We put up a field goal. It's a 13-point game. Still a 13-point game going into the fourth quarter. USC has the ball, though, and they are driving, and they went for it and got it. 3rd down, 11, now 1st down and goal because the penalty. And they get a touchdown to make this a 6-point game. Offense just needs to go down and score. And how about a 70-yard touchdown pass to Jalen Pope? Now a 12-point game. Well, I think we went for 2 and missed it. 4th down and 1, they get it barely. But they're wasting a lot of time, and it's picked. Gunnar Wilson picks it off with 4 minutes to go. We run 3 plays and waste like a minute off the clock. Don't do anything with it. They don't. They get sacked, and Ben Bryant, the true freshman, with an amazing play, and now it's 1st and goal, and it's a touchdown. And Oklahoma State, in 4 seasons, is going to win the national championship and beat Tulane's record. We finally win it all with Oklahoma State beating USC in 2028. So only, again, 4 seasons it took Oklahoma State to win it all. I thought we had a chance in year number 1, especially with Ollie Gordon, but it doesn't happen in year number 1, doesn't happen in year number 2. Year number 3, we didn't even make the college football playoff, and in year number 4, we make it, we get a bye, and we beat USC in 4 seasons for our first national championship. Zane Flores. Almost called him Zane Flowers for some reason. That's definitely not how you spell flowers. But all in all, national champions, Oklahoma State in 4 seasons. Look at the stats and everything, of course, at the end of the season. How we normally do when we win the national championship. But yeah, 4 seasons it took us to be national champions. 4. And I'm happy it took us 4. Because now Oklahoma State holds the record. I guess it's 2028. It's actually 2027 season. But it was 2028 when we played that anyways. But yeah. A very, very good team. It was a tough road, though, to get there. 3,000 yards with 31 touchdowns, 8 interceptions from Flores. Rushing-wise, we rushed for over almost 1,500 yards with 10 touchdowns. Fields had 346 and 7. Receiving-wise, Pope had 1,000 yards with 10 touchdowns. Griffiths had 8 for 9. Hurd had 9 touchdowns and 600 yards. Defensive-wise, Franklin had led the team with 77 tackles. Montana had 11.5 sacks. Nelson and Jenkins tied for only 3 interceptions. Not great, but Jenkins also had 9 deflections on the season. Had a lot of forced fumbles, a couple fumble recoveries by a couple people, and no defensive touchdowns, but we did have a safety. I'm not even going to pronounce that last name. Ike, who was injured at this time, too. But yeah, all in all, that's going to do it for this episode. I believe this is episode number 7, if I'm not mistaken, which I think it is number 7. I'm going to be sure right here. It is number 7. So, yeah, number 7. And Oklahoma State in 4 seasons beats Tulane's record of 6 seasons so far. Duke goes down to number 3. So there's right now in the top 3. Anything really after 6 seasons, you're going to be in the top 3 because Duke was 11 seasons. And that was episode number 5 was Duke. So that was a long one as well. But hey, we finally do it. If you guys did enjoy, hit that like button down below. It really helps out. And yeah, if you guys are new, hit that subscribe button. We're on the road for 500. If we do hit 500 by the end of the year, I will stream on YouTube for 24 hours. I've done it once. Let's do it again. And yeah, hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I'm out. Peace.